What's up, guys? We are going into Whisper Bahamut for the Final Fantasy VII World of Visions. We're doing a light team. Here is our team. Some swaps here. I guess you could swap in Esther for Cecil. You'd have to gear her, for the Omni cover. There's some fixed damage on turn 3. I guess alternatively, you could just bring Sylvie and use her mitigations to deal with that and not have an Omni cover tank, but didn't really feel like trying to mess around with gearing people's shift forms for high stats to resist the fixed attacks. But anyway, Esther would be an option, an alternate for Cecil with her Omni cover. You'd have to gear her for dark and fire resist, if I understand right. I haven't actually seen the boss's AI. I just have a general understanding that there's some fire, dark, a mix of the two in there. Some magic attacks too. That's pretty much it. So, and there's some non-elemental single target magic in there too. You could always just beef up a high spirit on a provoker and not use a cover tank for that. But we're going with a magic cover tank that can do Omni cover as well. But anyway, so it has no innate weaknesses, so you can use pretty much whatever team you want. So Cecil starting in the base form with his TMR on, just for the LB damage field. Shift form, just high spirit. Took a shield off, I know he's not getting variance from the sword, but having a shield cuts his weapon imperil in half. So instead of like a 25% sword imperil or whatever, it'd be a 12.5% effective for him if you had a shield on. But anyway, so just high spirit, max LB, max Reaper. I mean, he's doing like between, I don't know, 700 million to a billion, somewhere in there. So it's not for nothing. Here's his card, his own card. So there we go. Reagan as our breaker and imperiler, and swap for him could be Tsukiko with her light imperil field and her shifted all stat breaks. It's 85% breaks. Actually seemed to squeeze out, it might have been variance, but it seemed like this squeezed out a little more damage than using Tsukiko. So, but he's got 88% breaks and a 145 light imperil on his SLB, which mine's EX2, so we can pop off his SLB on turn 4. I mean, EX3 would work as well. EX1 would probably work too. Just do his fill his LB and do that. It's a lower, it's a 140 break and a light imperil instead of a 145. So it'd be effective. What does he have there on his SLB? It's 87%. Yeah. Anyway, here's his gearing. Built him for true double hand. He is at max Reaper. That's pretty much all that matters. He's just chaining absolute mirror of equity with Cecil's shifted LB on the kill turn. He's got his TMR equipped, so just a high attack card. There you go. What did he use for? Not that his damage is that significant. But it's kind of dumb that he only has the breaker tag and not the attack tag. There, so slightly higher attack. So there we go. Golbez, he got secondary gear. He's only at 8,000 magic. He's mainly here for the undead killer from the jet black spirit version of his armor. You could swap in, just anyone else that can cast AoE Reaper killer. I know Yuna would be an alternative, Ling's an alternative. Offhand, I can't think of any. I'm sure there are some others, but he can do some damage too. That would, kind of make up for if you don't have any X3 A2 or 2B, or if you don't even have those units at all. So, but yeah, and he's got Dark Reigns TMR on, just the Dazzling Demonist card. So yeah, 8,000 magic, 6,400 MP, and he's at full Reaper. 2B, just max LB, max Reaper killer in the base form. Shift form, pretty much naked. Got their own card. So there you go. A2, the Dark Visions Katana, it's probably to overkill. But yeah, here's your gearing. So just max Reaper is all that matters. And Aerith, excuse me, just kind of tried to gear her for, high spirit, high MP. She's got like 25 Reaper killer. So it is what it is. But yeah, there's her gear. Oliveira's card. I'm sure if you had another copy of Dazzling Demoness, you could put that on her and squeak out a little more damage. But anything else worth noting? No, that's it. We'll just get into it. Yeah, I mean, Aerith's here is our buffer and light imbue. An alternative would be Sylvie, but you'd almost have to bring... well, yeah, you'd have to bring... You'd almost have to bring Tsukiko just for the light imbue and light amp. I guess Cecil does have some AoE light imbue. Let's see. But there's no amp associated with it. So you would just have to find an alternative source of light imbue with an amp. But anyway, we will get into it. Okay, so not that the boss hits that hard, but we are going to use a Light Breaker from Reagan just to break the boss's offensive stats primarily. Cecil's going to shift, and he's going to put up Shelga, cover, and True Light Wall for some resistances. Golbez is going to cast Jet Black Spirit. So by the kill turn on turn 5, that'll be a 150 amp. A2, 2B, and Aerith can all just guard. So minimal damage on Cecil there. Okay, Reagan this turn can just guard again. Golbez can guard. Aerith, I guess we can go ahead and put up her 35% Rod Imperil. And I don't know, you might be better off putting a Rod on Golbez if you have a 35% break versus 25% from 2B's shifted LB. But anyway, so guard them. We're going to guard these two again. And Cecil is just going to refresh, cover and Shelga, and fill LB for himself. So this is just all elemental attacks, magic attacks. Okay, so this turn Cecil is going to put up, where is it? Come Our Battle Awaits. That's his Omni cover with like a 90% general mitt. Reagan this turn is going to use his break skill. First, we're going to LB with 2B, shift at LB. And we'll wait until she finishes, and we'll just do A2's SLB. Aerith can guard. Golbez can store magic. And again, Reagan's breaking his turn with his Grandis, which is the 88% break. Okay. Reagan this turn is going to SLB. 2B and A2 are going to power up. So we'll go to the base form with 2B, do her Light Imbue, Magnus, and then her attack boost. A2 will do her Light and Peril, and then her 2 Magnuses. Golbez can just store magic again. Cecil will, let's see, just refresh cover. What else? There's no task that I'm not equal to. That's an LB mod for himself. And then just whatever else. Shelga, I guess. So, yeah, SLB or LB with Reagan. And then we will LB with Aerith. Base LB. Should be Light Imbue and amp on everyone and stat buff. Okay, so we are going to Holy with Aerith, and a Meteor with Golbez. Cecil can shift at LB, Reagan can triple Mirror of Equity, 2B can LB, and A2 can Hateful Blade. So we'll send Aerith, send Golbez a second later, wait a few seconds, send the Mirror of Equity chainers, wait a sec, and then send the back row. So yeah, I kind of didn't spark chain A2 and 2B, so A2 didn't get that good Katana Impale. So, but it's, 16.5 billion. Damage cap is like 10.7, so. So, yeah, there's the damage breakdown. And, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, A2. Yeah, I mean, 2B really gets the advantage of having that LB damage field. I think a lot of the damage spreadsheets that are out there, you see, A2 being number 1 in Dark Visions. Well, number 2 behind Cloud, but you always see A2 beating 2B in Dark Visions, but I think practically that's not necessarily the case, because how often are you bringing an elemental amp field versus like an LB damage field? But anyway, there it is. So, massive overkill. So you obviously don't need A2 and 2B to be that strong. But yeah, I'll probably come back with a lightning team and see how that goes. Maybe make it, or a thunder team, I don't know, earth team. But anyway, yeah, use Estro as an Omni cover tank, maybe use a 90 breaker versus 88 or something, but look for that in the next couple days, I guess. But anyway, there is my clear. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.